mouse eats have you captured so far?
What's that?
In your, so far this week, how many mouse eats have you captured on your GoPro? If you had to guess.
Just whatever I got here. I haven't used
you haven't been running it?
I haven't used it, period.
Oh, geez.
Yeah, I haven't used it at all.
Okay, well, yeah, let's get the most out of it.
Well, yeah.
And if you want, I've got, I think I have 2 more batteries.
I got a charger and shit, a double charger. And so, but yeah, it was like, you know, like I said, I'm an amateur at this thing, just started. It's like a fucking pain in the ass. I got shit on. And
what you need, the next move is to get you one of those drones just to follow you around.
Oh yeah. Well, I tell you what I did. So I got the wife's camera and rubber banded to Gizwig. I did, and so now I haven't totally put them together. But that was when that was the first video I took. Yeah. The video I took of my rowing system and all that shit was that.
Was the camera rubber banded?
Rubber banded on. And and it took me, well, what I was trying to do was do it where it wasn't like a selfie shot, you know, it was the other thing.
Yeah.
And of course, not knowing cameras, but it would shut off.
Huh.
It would just shut, well, because I think it was like thinking the lid was closed and could, you know, when it was up against what I had it against.
Gotcha.
So like I caught a bunch of really nice fish, nothing. It was the fucking thing. So I'd turn it on again and then it'd shut off. Then I finally figured out, you know what? I got to turn it around so the screen's out. So I kind of did the selfie thing. And then that freaking worked. And I was amazed at the foot. Like I went, what? This is like, I'm clear and the background's nice and they can hear me.
You can see those Forrest Gump foot brackets.
Yeah, the whole fucking thing. You can see the whole fucking ridiculous thing. Well, so I showed you this thing then, right?
Oh, yeah.
Right, yeah.
Did you, what my question for you, for your oars, do you have to are your feet attached to the oars or can you get them off? Do you have to undo your boots? Oh,
no. Okay, so right now I'm using some old Carlisles that the blue shit is all falling off. It's cracking off. But like in the video, I have 9-foot main ash oars that I'm using. But so what I do is I have a rod, you know, like that. And, I forget the sizes, but and ground off to a little point, not a sharp point, a blunt point.
Yeah.
And so that's on the oar and just attached to the oar right up next to the grip, okay? And it goes, the shaft goes over past the grip and sticks just barely past the end of the grip, okay?
Gotcha.
So now that bar, then now I can still grab the grip and row with my arms. So I can jump to the seat opposite me and row if there's an issue. Yep. So now that rod there then just matches a piece of, you know, like chain, you know, some steel rectangular channel that's just welded onto a piece of U, and I drill a hole right like this, boom, right through the soles of the boat that attaches that guy. And so now what I'm doing, so I slide that thing in. I kind of have a footrest deal, works out, so I can just slide it in. And so, yeah, I can slide, yeah, you just slide it out and yeah, it's a quick release system.
And it's sitting there and it can just pivot.
Yeah, it pivots. It's a square and a rod, a circular rod, and it just, yeah, it pivots.
But you're not using oar locks like this. You're using pins.
Sprung pin. So yeah. So there are 2 sets of downhill skis, my old downhill skis, that cross across the bow. Okay, and come out, you know, I had to work out where to put it. So I doubled them up, you know, 2 skis together, and they're going across, you know, and then I cut part of the ski for a cross brace. So, and then I have like your basic sort of, you know, seat like this on top of that.
Of the skis?
On top of the fucking skis. You can see, I left it so you can see the shovels. I'm going down the river with frickin' ski shovels pointing out. So on the end of the skis, I've taken like a plumbing flange, you know, and screwed it into the skis, and then took 3/4 inch galvanized 6-inch nipples and screwed that into the flange. Yeah. So then that's sitting there. So then on the oars, I've attached, like it's I don't know if you've seen them. It's like a sprung steel. So that steel, it's like a dill. You know, it's got a shaped metal. In big white water, they'll use these
pins and clips.
Pins and clips. So so it's a clip. So I got one of these clips. Yep. So that's on the oar. So now that clip. Yeah, and I put a little plastic cap that I actually have kind of I took like 1.5 inch sprinkler pipe, ran over it a bunch of times and to make a strap, because one of the issues, you want to be able to, if you hit something, you pop out, right? But when you do that, because of the you know, you got 9 feet roaring around there, it's putting a clean, it's hard, you know, it's like you
going against your foot.
Yeah, right. So it's hard to take off. If it is like loose, you've got to, you know, you can't just pull them out, because of that, you know, like it torques and, you know, it puts a load on it, and it doesn't, you know, you kind of, it's not an easy thing. So it's sort of an emergency situation. Yeah. And like I said, you want to have it where it does pop out, but when it does, you know, it's like if you're hitting something, you got to have it pop up. But the chances of, it turns out, that's a rarer event than having the freaking thing pop out for other, you know, like prematurely. Yeah. So anyway, I then, you know, like I fucked with this through the years, but I put this guy on it, so if it pops out, it's in there. You could even kind of row. You could row on that.
But have you ever considered using clipless pedals? On the toe of your boot?
Yeah, now remember, I want to do this where I'm wade fishing all the time. So meet here. I'm going to interrupt Ben in my Aniak 3 video to show you this foot rowing boat system that Ben and I are talking about. So here it is. It's an Avon Rover 3.8 1987 vintage, 12.5 feet long. I've got it set up with a 30 horse Johnson, 1990. It was a prop run that converted to a jet operation from Orlando, San Leandro outboard jets. So it's a 30 horse. With the jet, it's probably closer to 18 horse. So my rowing system, I have a conventional system, as you can see, with the conventional oar locks right there. But the foot rowing system is shown on the bow. That seat is where I sit, and you can see I've got a boot on that oar. The oars are a pinned oar system. As you can see, these are just 8-inch, maybe 6-inch nipples, 3/4 inch nipples, screwed into a flange. Carlisle oar. So pinned right there. I sit on this seat, and then that boot is on me, obviously, and I attach it right there. I'll lean over, attach it, and then once I'm attached, I'm rowing with my feet, as you can see. You know, the motion is either that way or that way. Okay, so now the frame they're built on a pair of skis, 2 pairs of skis, a giant slalom and a soft slalom prees. So the ski runs, they crisscross. You can see the shovels right there, the tips. So that crosses the tails. I cut the end of the tails off for cross bracing. So, I then just sit on this seat. I make all the adjustments that I need. I made it so I could adjust it. So I sit on that seat, pinned in with the quick release coupling, and I just row up and down the river. So, and as I say, it's a quick release system, so you can just pull your foot right out and you're good to go. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to interrupt this, and I'll show you a demonstration of how it works on the river. Ben wanted to know, in addition to how this really worked, he was curious as to how effective it could be in rowing and fishing. So I'll show you, I'll put together a little video to see if I can demonstrate just exactly how effective this is. And so this is going on the end of my Aniak 3 video. And just go on to Aniak 4, and Ben and I will continue exploring this foot rowing while you fish system. Okay, see you on Aniak 4. Let's see what happens. So I've got some little pieces of channel on my wading boots that fit on a shaft on the oar. It allows me to row and fish. Oh, that was a nice. downstream because you're going to run right into where you're trying to catch some fish. Boy, she's shallow. Get over here. There's a really nice spot right there if you can. Right through where I caught some nice fish before. I don't know if I'm getting through this or not. So I'm going to go ahead and stop this, land this fish. It's a nice run here. So anyway, that's how it's done. That's the standard deal here. I'm going to drag this in. I'm going to fish this run.